రైట్.
ఈ ఫోటోలు మా కాలేజీ వాళ్ళకి షేర్ చేస్తారుగా. దాని దగ్గర నుంచో
built out of those.
Namaste. Hearty welcome to our department, Electrical and Electronics Engineering. I am Narasimha, heading the department of Electrical and Electronics. These are all some of the projects developed by our students. A few of the projects are being converted into even startups also. So I will first introduce the bicycle developer. Avinash, introduce yourself and explain what
My name is Abhinash. So he is my co-founder Motivation. So we are in a aim to penetrate the electric vehicles into the India, sir. So sir, we found the major barriers are like the high price of the electric two is the major barrier for the electric vehicle penetration, and the another is the quality issues, sir. Even for 50,000 scooters are having very quality issues using General Electric. So we want to remove that barriers and incorporate the electric vehicles in India, sir. That's our mission. So in that mission we have developed 2 of these vehicles, sir. So this is our first product
developed in the department. Later it is being modified into this form. It is a market product. Whereas that one is educational product.
Yes, sir. It's still in R&D, sir. And we have launched this product, and we are also Startup India recognized and MSME recognized. We are registered as a startup, sir, and we are also incubated in the TBS, sir. With the help of our college, we have penetrated this into market, sir, and we are also launched this vehicle into the large institutions like IIT Tirupati, KCP.
Recently, for IIT Tirupati, we supplied 5 bicycles.
So what are the specifications of this? How long it can go?
The cost of it is 25,000, which is very affordable compared to any other electric two-wheeler. So it can go up to 30 kilometers per single charge on throttle mode, and pedal system it can go up to 40 kilometers range. And it has many features like cruise control and like LED light and warning. And battery also detachable.
You explain about your future plans.
Yes, sir.
Auto stand.
Yes, sir. So this is our future plan, sir.
So the potential customers in the city loan.
Yes, sir. Majorly short distance travelers, so daily 10 to 15 kilometers travel in the bar city. Unlike Upala vehicles from we 100 kilometers it's not long distance it goes. So 1,20,000 pretty short distance available. If we want a perfect city, short distance was given vehicles. So comparatively the best for urban travel.
Campuses, metro stations.
Yes, sir. Campuses, metro stations.
Laptop service పొందరు.
So this is the
ఫ్యూచర్లో ఇట్లా స్టాండ్ కూడా ఆటోమేటిక్ ప్రాసెస్ చేస్తున్నారు ఫర్ దీస్ బైసికల్స్.
బైసికల్స్ రెంటల్ మోడల్ కూడా ప్రమోట్ చేద్దాం సార్. ఇక్కడ స్కానర్ ఉంది సార్, క్యూఆర్ స్కాన్ చేస్తే ఇది అమ్మకు ఉంది సార్ బైసికల్. వాళ్ళు రైట్ అయ్యింది దాన్ని బట్టి రైట్ టైం బట్టి వాళ్ళ యాప్లోని వచ్చేస్తుంది, రైట్ టైం బట్టి ఛార్జ్ చేస్తుంది సార్. సో ఇవే సేమ్ టెక్నాలజీని ఐఐటి తిరుపతిలో కూడా ఇన్కార్పొరేట్ చేయబోతుంది సార్. దిస్ ఇస్ కేసీపీలో కూడా
So mostly in campuses you can use.
Yeah, we are aiming for the campuses, Infosys, Tatas, etc.
Yes, sir.
For moving from one block to another block, they can make use of this type of thing.
Yes, sir.
Eco-friendly.
It's an untapped market, so with immense potential. So we targeted those segment also, and majorly for short distance travelers, this is the best vehicle for the daily commute.
This is KCP.
కేసీపీ ఎన్ని ఇచ్చామండి?
10.
10 ఇచ్చాము. ఐఐటి తిరుపతికి 5 ఇచ్చాము.
ఈ పైలట్ రన్స్ అయిన తర్వాత వాళ్ళు లార్జ్ బల్క్ క్వాంటిటీలో ఆర్డర్ చేస్తారు సార్. 100 వెహికల్స్ అలా ఇస్తామని చెప్పారు సార్.
Have you thought about security for the battery?
Yes, sir. It comes with the locks.
And it is detachable also. For charging purposes, we can take it to the front.
But that makes it easier.
Detachable. Yeah, might be.
Detachable with lock.
With the lock,
It is detachable.
With security.
with the lock only, it can be detachable.
Yes, sir.
And what about if I want to put some books or something?
Yes, sir. We are also providing a removable rear carrier, sir. We are selling it as an accessory, but currently we are no time to put it there, sir.
దానికి ఉండేది కదా సార్.
Yes, sir. Removable carrier, sir.
దానికి ఈవెన్ ఇక్కడ కూడా పెట్టచ్చు.
Yes, sir.
ఇది కూడా లగేజ్
పెట్టాలి. ఇంకా డెవలప్ చేస్తాం సార్, దీన్ని మార్కెట్ రెడీ ప్రోడక్ట్ లాగా వచ్చేలాగా చేస్తాం సార్. ఇఫ్ ఇట్ లాంచెస్ ఇది 35,000 40,000లో ఒక మార్కెట్ రెడీ ప్రోడక్ట్ లాంచ్ అయ్యింది సార్. సో అది ఇంకా లైక్ స్కూటర్ లాగా సార్, అన్ని స్కూటర్ అప్లికేషన్స్ లాగా ఉంటుంది. సో కంపేర్ టు ఓలా ఎత్ర.
So what are your plans? This is a prototype that you are doing. You have any other plans in future?
This is market product.
This is
It is a market
That is
product.
product.
It is market product.
That is product.
And who is manufacturing this?
We only sir. We have taken a rent at Sorampalli industrial area sir. It's a 2,000 square feet
They
industrial area.
registered in startup India.
Okay.
They put up a company by name Chitti Motors Private Limited. Through that one only they are making it.
Yes sir. We are only manufacturing.
So how many cycles you produce every month?
50 sir.
50.
Our capacity is 300, but currently due to lack of funds, we have limited our capacity to 50 bicycles per month sir.
You are trying for MSA.
Second year, we have got a course by name Engineering Project in Computer Sciences, EPICS. So they have taken up this problem in second year, fourth semester, looking at the requirement of newspaper people and those who are supplying food online now. They are using the two-wheeler, Tomato or something like that. So they are, by purchasing those vehicles, two-wheelers, at higher cost. So looking at it, so they started with a very complicated prototype in second year. By the time they come to final year, this is the stage.
Are there any competitors for you?
Yes sir. Currently electric bicycle has some competitors sir, but no one is giving at this type of like this quality, this price, no competitor is there sir currently. So we are majorly focusing on bringing the quality at affordable prices sir. So that's our main USP.
But you have to keep an eye on your competitors.
Yes sir.
If they also come down to your price, then you will have to improve further.
Yes sir. Yes sir. Yes sir. Yes sir. For sure sir.
This is the one product. And this is another product which is still at the development stage. Is a Exibition to introduce. Excuse me. Not myself. Yeah, please.
Sir, it is a project like a multi-purpose for smart agriculture, multi-purpose usages for smart agriculture. It is a simple product like we can see nowadays tractors and another carrier. They are consist of only single or double byproducts. Like we can say, if they can plow or they can plant seeds, but there is no option for third one. This is the mission that it can operate for almost 5 types of work. For example, for plowing and transplanting, weight carrying model, and also rotavator and fertilizing model also it is favorable sir. And actually this is made based on that farmers cannot afford heavy machines. So I made this one to provide the farmers in easy cost actually. So the total cost to this for this under developed prototype is like about 1.4 lakh, 1.40 lakhs. If after coming, means like it is after coming full-fledged outcome, might when it is coming to outside, the cost might reduce because అంటే బయటకు వచ్చే మటుకి కాస్ట్ అయితే తగ్గుతుంది సార్. ఇంకా ఎందుకంటే బల్క్ ప్రొడక్షన్ వచ్చేసరికి ఇంత ప్రతి దానికి మనం సపరేట్గా అనేది చేయించాల్సి వస్తుంది కాబట్టి ఇంత పడింది. నేను బయటకు వచ్చేసరికి 1 lakh బయటకు వస్తుంది సార్. ఇది దీనివల్ల పేద రైతులు ఎవరైనా ఉన్నారంటే వాళ్ళు
Including all the modules you get for
all the modules అన్ని ఇక్కడ ఉన్నాయి సార్. బ్యాటరీ సార్, ఎలక్ట్రిక్ వెహికల్.
It is an electric vehicle. Villages, but labor అనేది బేసికల్ ప్రాబ్లమ్ అవుతుంది, ఎస్పెషల్ అగ్రికల్చర్. ఇది ఏంటంటే బేసికల్గా ఒక సింగిల్ మ్యాన్ కెన్ ఏబుల్ టు డూ వితౌట్ ఎనీబడీస్ హెల్ప్. సో ఈ ప్రాసెస్లో ఈ అప్లయన్సెస్ విచ్ వీ కాల్ ఇట్ as a tools, it is a fertilizer. Later we can remove this one, we can put another tool. So right from seeding of the plant till getting the yield, totally 5 tools are there. Those tools are being displayed there. But we can give a small demo for running of this one. Do that one quickly. ఇది 29,995. So, but it is only 25,000.
large scale కదా.
Fertilizer operation
అంటే కొద్దిగా పెంచాలి సార్ అది.
ఇంకా పెంచాలి. ఇది రెండోది హార్వెస్టింగ్ ఆ మిషన్ మీద అదే మిషన్ సో
కట్ చేస్తాం.
ఇది రెండు ఉన్నాయి.
ట్రాన్స్ప్లాంటేషన్ మోడల్ అనేది ఇంకా అండర్ ఉంది సార్. ఇది రోటావేటర్ మోడల్ సబ్సిడీ ఉండడానికి టొమాటో
స్టార్టింగ్ లో ఇది
సెటప్ అది జస్ట్ ఇది దీంతో రీప్లేస్ చేస్తున్నారు.
డిపార్ట్మెంట్ ఏమంటే చూపెట్టు. ఈ పర్టికులర్ ఇదేంటి ఇన్నోవేషన్ కాంపిటీషన్లో బీహార్ గవర్నమెంట్ షార్ట్ లిస్ట్ రేపు
మేడం
These are all products developed by our students through drones club. Yeah, explain.
What is it is Rasha. It's an honor to showcase our project to you. Basically, this is the first drone, the quadcopter. It has two applications. One is petalcopter, used to drop glass around at this in formal applications. And the second application is emergency helpline. It is delivering medicines in the rescue areas or any emergency places, and it is having a prize in pick and place competition, having two publications for it. And the second drone is it is using fixed tube flight controller. It is an autonomous flight. Use it for precision landing, like exact navigation, giving the H symbol to it, and the camera navigates the exact center of the H symbol and lands there. Like it is also used for some delivery or rescue drone. And the third one is it is for like power transmission line surveying. It is having a combination of two cameras. One is normal camera and the second one is thermal camera. Thermal camera is used to detect like if any conductor is having any faults like corona effect. It detects the temperature differences. It neglects the temperature for atmospheric temperature and gives the fault current, like fault temperature. And the second camera is normal camera. It is used to detect like physical faults like insulator failures, conductor failures, examples on conductor lines, transmission lines like this. It is used for inspecting the power transmission lines. And the fourth one is used for like patrolling the weather forecasting.
So when it inspects and finds a fault, what does it do?
This like we are having transmission lines, like from transmission lines to distribution consumers, it is having a long distance. Their service is very lag. If it is having any small defect, the surveillance linemen will not focus on it. Like it takes a lot of time to solve if the fault is. Yeah. Like it inspects weekly once. Like it takes 2 runs. One is for physical faults and the other one is thermal camera usage. And at the end of the day, it gives the report to us, like using OpenCV. From that, like we'll see if there is a major fault, the linemen seriously go to there instantly and solves it. Like nowadays we are seeing that linemen are ignoring all those effects. If anything happening at that time, it takes long time, like 1 week, maybe 115 days like that. So like that power faults will be neglected and the time of fault will be reduced. Like it is having now manually operated. Like the everything is making autonomous. And this is for weather forecasting drone and we are still
Because access is not easy to find those faults.
Yes sir. Using drone we can go like navigate exact position and see the faults at the time.
Basically, we are concentrating on the agricultural applications. While developing the drones, one of the major applications is agriculture. Because in and around Vijayawada, so many villages help them.
So what is your contribution in this? See, most of these components you brought. Yeah, what is your contribution?
You assemble this, no?
Yeah.
Assembled it.
This is the basic drone, sir. We have nothing before this drone. Like with our passion, we came into this drone, we built it. From that, we got an opportunity to create a drones club with our HOD sirs.
How many people are there in the drones club?
Right now, 11 members are from 4th year, sir. All got internships and some of in offline internships. We 3 people are in
Those people are getting paid internships.
paid internships.
Garuda Aerospace is one organization. located at Chennai. They took 4 people in their R&D division because of these products developed by the students. And similarly, one company at Bhoba, they also picked up. They are paying 13,500 rupees per month. During their internship, they are also working in the domain of drones.
All of you are from electrical or is it
Yes, sir.
multidisciplinary? Some from
Right
computers,
now
some
we are
from...
from electrical.
Electrical.
But some
Now
of the
we
students are
included
from
ECE and
electrical.
mechanical students also into this particular.
What is that?
This is another domain, sir. And the future plans will be listed out here. What exactly? And they won the prize in SRM University. And these are all the publications based on their work which they carried out in different conferences. This is one of the domain which we are concentrating on.
Thank you. Wish you all the best.
Thank you.
And the second domain which we are concentrating is on robots. Yeah, please.
Our project is Nutritional Agropilot. This project is divided into 4 objectives. Objective 1 is chili detection using image processing, and then objective 2 is robot movement. In that we have done differential movement and crab movement, and objective 3 is some software. Google it is a software, sir. In that we are selecting a particular random place, and that we are using GPS coordinates. This is a software, sir. దాంట్లో మనం ఏం చేస్తామంటే ర్యాండమ్గా ఒక ఫీల్డ్ని సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకుంటాం సార్. దాన్ని త్రో పైథాన్ కోడ్లో ఒక 5 మీటర్స్తో మనం పాత్ క్రియేట్ చేసుకుంటాం. సో దాన్ని GPS ద్వారా రోబోట్కి ఇస్తాం సార్. అది ఏం చేస్తుందంటే 5 మీటర్స్ గ్యాప్తో సీడ్స్ సోయింగ్ చేస్తుంది. సో ఇన్ అవర్ మా రోబోట్ ఏం చేస్తుంది? Subject 1 is
గట్టిగా చెప్పు.
So we are using your way. So this helps in identifying. After identifying the chili, it gives the data to raw store basement, and this app will plug the chili. And also we are giving data from this model to identify the. So you can distinguish between dry find and non-dry find. And also by based on this we can estimate the growth of the chili. So if the chili is fully grown, cutting down the factor. And all this time we are equating some factors that with the help of this sensor we can equate the data, and this data we can estimate the health of the.
So how accurate is your estimation? Yield, let's say chili yield.
Chili it's like come like
91% accuracy.
come to doing a real time application.
Okay, you have to add to the real time application.
Real time is not at done, sir.
Okay.
Simulation done. If you are giving any random images, then it will be detected, sir. Programming is already done.
So you plan to increase the accuracy because in simulation itself is around 90%. It may be even lower.
With the help of model sensors we can estimate the growth.
And finally giving placement.
Already 2 are in the place. 2 are already in internships. Around 15,000.
So మీ బ్యాచ్ ఇక్కడ పాస్ అయ్యి వెళ్ళిపోయిన తర్వాత వేరే బ్యాచ్ తీసుకొని
సో వీళ్ళ గైడెన్స్ లో వాళ్ళు వర్క్ చేయాలి. ఫైనల్ ఇయర్, థర్డ్ ఇయర్, సెకండ్ ఇయర్, ఆల్ దీస్ ఆర్ ది క్లబ్ ఈస్ పుషింగ్ ఆల్ ఇయర్స్ ఆఫ్ స్టూడెంట్స్. They will continue the project. They will not stop.
6 members are already placed as interns in different companies. 2 are in Hyderabad, 3 are in Bhopal.
They will show a small demo, sir. Make it fast.
This is the prototype, sir, actually.
This is a prototype. అటు కొంచెం
Back side. ఈ శారీ ఏం చేశారంటే సార్, ఈ ప్రోటోటైప్ చిన్నది కదా, వాళ్ళు చెప్పారంటే చిన్నది కదా కాబట్టి ఈజీగా రొటేట్ అవుతుంది. బట్ ఫీల్డ్లోకి వెళ్ళినప్పుడు అమేజ్ ఉంది. ఇప్పుడు ఆ ఫీల్డ్ అమేజ్ ఇలా
వీల్ మూవ్మెంట్ 360 డిగ్రీ ఫస్ట్ 180 డిగ్రీస్కి ఏం చేస్తారండి. సో దే ఆర్ ప్లానింగ్ టు మేక్ ఇట్ as 360 డిగ్రీస్ వీల్ మూవ్మెంట్.
బాట్ తిరిగి సార్ ఓన్లీ వీల్స్ తిరుగుతారు. బాట్ దాని గడుపులో బాట్
బాబు ఫాస్ట్ ఫాస్ట్.
మనకి ఎలా కావాలో అలా మూవ్ వీల్ మూవ్మెంట్ బట్టి బాట్ మొత్తం మూవ్ అవుతుంది.
ఓకే
ఇప్పుడు 1 ఎకర్ ఆ 1 ఎకర్ మొత్తం తిరిగి చూడాలా లేదా కొన్ని చోట్ల చేసి
బాబు
దాన్ని టోటల్ హ్యాంగ్ చేసి
దాన్ని 360 డిగ్రీస్లో చూడండి.
ప్రతి చోటు మనం స్కాన్ చేయగలిగితే ర్యాండమ్గా స్కాన్ చేసి నేను అనేది ఏంటంటే సపోజ్ 1 lakh కుంభమేళాలో అంతమంది ఉన్నారు. How do you estimate how many people are there? You don't have to count everybody. Right? Random sampling is taken. Then you calculate the total area. What are the average number of people in each sample? And then you get the total estimate. So similarly you can do it here. So you can save time, you can save effort.
Note on this thing.
So there are estimation techniques like that. By sampling and then a total estimation. You can do that.
They have also done the arm movement also, sir.
ఈ యంత్రం చూపించాలి. We made some MOU with the Bombay robotics దానిలో చేసి ఇప్పుడు four of our faculty to Bombay get a training from the domain of robotics.
కంపెనీ తర్వాత మూవ్స్ కోర్స్ అయిపోతే దే హ్యావ్ టు గివ్ ద పర్మిషన్ టు స్టార్ట్ రోబోటిక్స్ ల్యాబ్ ఇన్ అవర్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్. ఆ మూవ్స్ కోర్స్ ప్రజెంట్ రన్ అవుతుంది. మార్చ్ 21
ఆల్రెడీ కొంతమంది స్టూడెంట్స్ ఆల్రెడీ చేస్తారు సార్. మిగిలిన వాళ్ళు ఇంకా చేయాలి. ఆల్రెడీ 3 స్టూడెంట్స్ అయితే అయిపోయింది. మిగిలిన వాళ్ళు ఇంకా కంప్లీట్ చేయాలి. కంప్లీట్ చేసిన తర్వాత దాని వెళ్ళి
We are collaborating with industry, we are collaborating with the higher education institutes, and we are also tapping the people who are working in the domain of robots in and around Vijayawada. In these 3 directions we are working in this. No.
Final year. The group consists of all years.
ఎంతమంది ఉన్నారు మీ క్లబ్లో?
30 members.
ఓన్లీ ఎలక్ట్రికల్ ఉన్నారా, అన్ని బ్రాంచెస్ ఉన్నారా? ఓన్లీ
ఈ ప్రాజెక్ట్ కాదు మామూలుగా
మెకానికల్
ఇంకా
ఈసీ
వాళ్ళు
ప్రభుత్వం బట్ ఈ ప్రాజెక్ట్ అయితే ఓన్లీ
ఇయర్ అయిపోయాక embedded system. Good.
Please another intro.
Thanks, Andy. All the best.
ఇది ఒక ప్రొడక్ట్ అండి. ఇది ఏపీ మెడ్ జోన్లో సెలెక్ట్ అయింది. ఆ తర్వాత దీనికి బైస్ట్ వాళ్ళు 50,000 ప్రైజ్ ఇచ్చారు. ఫస్ట్ ప్రైజ్ ఇచ్చారు. కాంపిటీషన్ ఇన్నోవేటివ్ ప్రాజెక్ట్.
Go that side.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, please back.
మీరు ప్రాజెక్ట్ మీరు
అర్థం చెప్పండి.
ప్రాజెక్ట్ ఏంటో చెప్తాను.
ఈ హైబ్రిడ్ మెడికల్ బెడ్ ఫర్ పేషెంట్స్ అన్నమాట పేషెంట్ ఏంటంటే మనం టచ్ చేయలేదు ఆ టైంలో బెడ్ పేషెంట్స్ మనం వాళ్ళకి అటెండ్ చేయాలని వాళ్ళు కేర్ తీసుకోవాలని చాలా ప్రాబ్లం ఉంది. అలాంటి వాళ్ళు ఏంటంటే మనం ఎవరి మీద డిపెండ్ అవ్వలేదు, సఫర్ అయ్యారు. హాస్పిటల్స్ కూడా ఏంటంటే మన పేషెంట్ దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళి వాళ్ళని వాడిని షిఫ్ట్ చేయాలన్న చాలా ఇబ్బంది అయింది. అలాంటి ఆ ప్రాబ్లమ్ ఐడెంటిఫై చేసి ఆ ప్రాబ్లమ్ రెక్టిఫై చేయడానికి బెడ్ తయారు చేస్తాం. ఇది కంప్లీట్గా ఐసీయూ బెడ్. ఇది వీల్చైర్స్ ఇంటిగ్రేటెడ్ వీల్చైర్తో వచ్చింది మనకి ప్రోటోటైప్ అని అట్లా ప్రోటోటైప్ మోడల్స్ అండి. ప్రీ కమర్షియల్ మనకి ఏంటంటే ఫ్లాట్ మొత్తం ఒక బెడ్ ఈ బెడ్లో సగం వీల్చైర్స్ స్ట్రెచర్స్ మనం యాక్సిడెంట్ అయిన ఏరియా దగ్గర నుంచి చేస్తాం, లేకపోతే డైరెక్ట్గా హాస్పిటల్ ఒకసారి తీసుకొచ్చి మళ్ళీ పేషెంట్ బెడ్ నుంచి షిఫ్ట్ అలాంటివి అవసరం చేస్తాం. సో దానివల్ల ఏంటంటే పేషెంట్ స్ట్రెస్ అనేది తగ్గింది. బైక్ మేజర్ యాక్సిడెంట్స్ ఫ్రాక్చర్స్ హెవీ పేషెంట్ మనకి మోన్ బ్యాక్ అవ్వాలి. ఆ టైంలో ఏంటంటే మనకి మనిషి అవైలబుల్ ఉండొచ్చు ఉండకపోవచ్చు. అలాగే ఆ లిఫ్ట్ చేసే ప్రాసెస్ లేకపోతే షిఫ్ట్ చేసే ప్రాసెస్ ఏంటంటే మనకి పేషెంట్కి హ్యాండ్స్ మళ్ళీ ఏదైనా ఫ్రాక్చర్స్ ఉంటాయి మళ్ళీ పెయిన్ పెరిగే ఛాన్సెస్ ఉన్నాయి. సో అలాంటివి అన్ని రెడ్యూస్ చేయడం కోసం అండ్ పేషెంట్ కంఫర్ట్ అండ్ బెటర్ ట్రీట్మెంట్ కోసం ఈ ప్రొడక్ట్స్ డిజైన్ సార్. దీనిని జస్ట్ కొంచెం స్లైడ్ చేసుకుని పేషెంట్ తనని దీనికి బెడ్కి ట్యాబ్ వచ్చేస్తారు మనకి. సో ట్యాబ్ ద్వారా పేషెంట్ ఆపరేట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఈజ్ ఇల్లిటరేట్ అనుకో ఫోన్ కానీ ట్యాబ్ కానీ వాడలేకపోతారు. ఇప్పుడు మన ఎదురు అసలు అందరూ మొబైల్స్ ఆపరేట్ కాదు. అలాంటి వాళ్ళ కోసం చెప్పి కీబోర్డ్ ఫెసిలిటీ ఉంది మనకి. సో బేసిక్ కమాండ్స్ కీ ప్రెస్ చేసుకుని బెడ్ వీచర్ కింద కన్వర్ట్ చేసుకోవడం, బాడీ మూవ్ చేసుకోవడం, వాళ్ళ ఇంట్లో వాళ్ళే మూవ్ అవ్వచ్చు. శానిటేషన్ కార్డ్స్ కూడా దీనిలో ప్రొవైడ్ చేయడం జరిగింది సార్ మనకి. సో వాష్రూమ్స్కి వాడికి వెళ్ళినా సపరేట్గా ఏం వస్తుంది. ఇక్కడ నుంచి మనం కలెక్ట్ చేసుకుంటాము. చార్జబుల్ సార్ మొత్తం ఎలక్ట్రిక్ బోర్డింగ్ రన్ అవుతుంది.
కిలోమీటర్స్ ఎవ్రీ 25 seconds it goes to the system of the doctor. He can monitor by sitting in his room. That is the advantage of this.
డాక్టర్కి యాజ్ వెల్ యాజ్ ఎవరైతే పేషెంట్ గార్డియన్స్ ఉంటారో వాళ్ళిద్దరికి కూడా హెల్త్ పారామీటర్స్ వెళ్ళిపోతాయి సార్. సో ఏంటంటే మనకి ఇప్పుడు సపోజ్ పేషెంట్ నైట్ ఎవరు లేరు, హెల్త్ పాడింది, డాక్టర్ అనే వాళ్ళు వచ్చి పాస్ట్ డేటా ఎలా ఉంది, సడన్గా ఏ ప్రాబ్లం వల్ల తనకి హెల్త్ పని డిస్టర్బ్ అయిందని చెప్పి మానిటర్ చేసుకుని కరెక్ట్ మెడిసిన్ ప్రిస్క్రైబ్ చేయడానికి బాగుంటుంది సార్. సో ఏంటంటే పేషెంట్ యొక్క హెల్త్ అనేది కూడా బెటర్గా మనకి ట్రీట్ చేసినట్టయితే వాళ్ళ ఒకరి మీద డిపెండ్ అవ్వకుండా వాళ్ళ వరకు వాళ్ళు ఓన్గా చేసుకోగలుగుతుంది. అది ప్రోటోటైపింగ్ స్టేట్ సార్. ఇదేమో
పేటెంట్ చేసాము. ఈ ప్రొడక్ట్ పేటెంట్
దాని మెయిన్ అచీవ్మెంట్స్
ఆల్రెడీ పబ్లిష్ examination already under examination. So these are the achievements.
First prize
2 years. Yeah, it is a lot of process.
IIT as well as GMC innovation
So what is the total cost of this?
మేము అంటే R&Dలో కనుక మేము అంటే మా ప్లాన్ ప్రకారం మేము ఎస్టిమేషన్ వేసిన కాస్ట్ ప్రకారం 40,000 to 50,000 లోపల బేస్ మోడల్ అని రెడీ చేస్తారు. సో ఏంటంటే VRTV యాజ్ వెల్ యాజ్ విత్ ద హెల్ప్ ఆఫ్ వైజాగ్ AMD అండర్ మెడికల్ జోన్ ద్వారా స్టార్ట్అప్స్ అనేది అండర్ రిజిస్ట్రేషన్ వస్తుంది.
Registration process no. Startup, they are making it as a startup. It's a demo.
మీరు డాక్టర్స్
We invited the doctors to verify our product and they given some suggestions and our students implemented visited few suggestions, not all. Few suggestions are being implemented. Just to show one small demo.
సో
Maybe area. Just like movements. Video lo. Okay, prototype super. Actually, first they developed this. ఈ prototype చూసిన తర్వాత product. After verifying the functionality. చైర్ కింద కన్వర్ట్
మనకి ఏంటంటే రెండు యాక్చువల్స్ కూడా సపరేట్ సార్. అకార్డింగ్ టు అవర్ కంఫర్ట్ అంటే పేషెంట్ ఏ ఎక్కడైతే ఫ్రీగా కూర్చోగలుగుతారని చెప్పి ఈ ఓన్ కెన్ ఆపరేట్ ఇట్.
అండ్ బ్యాక్ పార్ట్ స్టేషనరీ పార్ట్స్ అది
స్టేషనరీ పార్ట్స్కి రెండు
మ్యాగ్నెటికల్లీ కపుల్ అయ్యి
దానికి సిలియర్ ఆటోమేషన్ అండ్ యాజ్ వెల్ యాజ్ మెడిసిన్స్ అవి కూడా దాంట్లో పెట్టుకోవడానికి మనకి ఛార్జింగ్ పాయింట్ కూడా అక్కడ నుంచి అవైలబుల్
హాస్పిటల్స్లో మాన్యువల్గా చేస్తారు.
ఇది బెటర్ వర్షన్.
ప్రజెంట్ హాస్పిటల్ నుంచి మాన్యువల్గా చేయలేము, ఒకవేళ ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఉన్నా సరే మనకి ల్యాన్ కావాలి సార్, అంటే నెట్ కనెక్షన్ కావాలి. దీనికి ఎక్స్టర్నల్ నెట్ కనెక్షన్ కానీ సిగ్నల్స్ ఏం అవసరం లేదు సార్. బయట వైఫై జనరేట్ చేసేది మనం మొబైల్ ద్వారా కనెక్ట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. సెక్యూరిటీ కూడా ఉంటుంది. పైగా ఏంటంటే ఎవరికి వాళ్ళ కంట్రోల్స్ కాకుండా ప్రతిదానికి యూనిక్ ఐడి పాస్వర్డ్ ఉంటుంది. ఎవరి పేషెంట్ డేటా మొత్తం కూడా వెబ్సైట్ తయారు చేస్తాం సార్. వెబ్సైట్ అంటే దాంట్లో ఏంటంటే ప్రతి 5 సెకండ్స్కి డేటా యాజ్ వెల్ యాజ్ ఎవరైతే డాక్టర్ ట్రీట్ చేస్తున్నారో వాళ్ళ డీటెయిల్స్ ప్రతిదీ కూడా అప్డేట్ అవుతుంది. సో మనకి ఏంటంటే మన ఇంట్లో ఉండి కూడా ఆఫీస్లో ఉండి కూడా మనకి ఎవరైతే ఉన్నారో హాస్పిటల్లో ఉన్న వాళ్ళు మనం మానిటర్ చేసుకోవచ్చు కరెక్ట్గా.
ఫ్యూచర్ ప్లాన్ ఈజ్ ఎవరైనా ఒక 50 బెడ్స్ హాస్పిటల్ పెట్టాలనుకుంటే 50 బెడ్స్ని ఇంటిగ్రేట్ చేయాలని. సో డాక్టర్ కెన్ సెలెక్ట్ విచ్ బెడ్. సో ఆ బెడ్ సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకుని అక్కడి నుంచి అతను మానిటరింగ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. సో దట్ ఈస్ వీఆర్ ప్లానింగ్ టు ఇంటిగ్రేట్ ఆల్ ది బెడ్స్ ఇన్
Yeah, these are all the few products which we want to demonstrate to you, sir. And a few more are there, but some other time.
వైద్యాలు వస్తే దూరం
The low-cost luggage transportation system developed by this is the four-wheeler to carry out some research work. The design can be changed, the controller can be changed, supply can be changed. Based on the battery analysis.
The plan that connect the battery with the cloud and collecting all the battery parameters take that. They want to monitor the whole the plan. Even we can make this vehicle as hardware.
Other battery parameters whereas basically is the term where we can predict some more health. I mean, what's the remaining health of the battery? I mean, how many years we can use still. That term can be estimated as only as we can at a very starting stage of this battery. Single battery pack, sir. There are 60 volts, 42 ampere hours. I mean, we can say it through by saying SOC, sir.
Now, before the next recharge time, for how long does this battery last?
100 cycles. Time.
Half an hour.
And how long it will take to recharge, to fully charge?
Slowly we want to look at the experiment. Even new papers
Okay, thank you.
Sharing of your thoughts on the education, it's really good.
Just say namaste to them. Please come. Namaste.
70% replacement rate. So Jindal Steel, Reliance Industries.
Expectation to demonstrate autonomous vehicles using AI algorithms. So here we are having two types of vehicles. So they are completely based on AI algorithms. We don't use any sensor inputs to make the decision making in driving. So here we are having this type of autonomous vehicle in which the heart of the autonomous vehicle lies in the NVIDIA developer board, depth and nano. So everything, it captures the images, it processes the image, and it picks the right, for example, if we want to follow it picks the color what it wants to follow from this image. So it, before picking all these things, we need to train the model. So we need to train the model to follow that. So after that, it makes the decision and follow that. And there are many complications in AI. As it's a newly developing technology, we have many complications. Like in data set, you can take any noise is there, like light reflection. So it detects that and it moves away from the path. So we need to work on that. Like we need to remove that noise and we need to cross the image and to remove all these things. And these are the sensor basics. From 2015 it seems Dr. Siddhartha Engineering College developed these models. So now we are shifting towards the AI. We are developing the AI based on these models. And if we
So these are all the boards that we can call our searching for developing
like Jetson Nano development itself, and currently it's using that only. And Raspberry Pi 5 sir.
So specifically, what is your contribution?
It's a software like obstacle avoidance. We are making models like obstacle avoidance, autopilot, object detection, image. I mean, if we should object detection. So all these software we are developing and deploying it.
So generally, for example, sir, if you are going for a smart city application, autonomous vehicle, so we need to train this kind of model on the real environment. So it has to learn the environment, road, traffic light, everything. So the vehicle has to take around the city for more than 100+ times to learn the environment. Then only we can go complete autonomous.
So are there any cities where they have introduced autonomous vehicles? Are there any cities globally?
Currently, Hyderabad is working on it.
Globally, yes sir. Tesla they introduced one of the they had their path.
Hyderabad are working for Hyderabad city, sir. They run the real-time vehicle, so which is mounted with the radar, CV module as well as the LiDAR modules. So they daily send the
So let me show the demo of these vehicles. Here, it's following that color, it's following the path. And if any obstacle occurs in meantime, it stops there.
Oh. So if my leg comes, it will stop.
Yes, sir.
But this is a small
yes, sir. We are
if my vehicle no, if my vehicle is moving at 100 kilometers per hour and some object comes
that is what I said, sir.
so how fast can it make a decision?
Currently, they are working around 60.
Yes, sir. For that only, we have this NVIDIA. It's not CPU. CPU will have some lag and
so how much time a human brain will take? Suppose I am driving at 100 kilometers.
We can't, not nanosecond processor. We will make very small station. Like that, we need to develop.
If I am traveling at 100 kilometers, if suddenly some obstacle comes, by the time my eyes sense it, and the brain sends the signal to my foot and my so how much time will it take? That is what decides how much distance you have to keep on highways, how far away you have to keep behind the forward vehicle, so that when you react, you should not be able to go and collide with the other vehicle, right? So how much time does it take?
So much research is going on.
It's almost known. Have you thought about it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
In real life, forget about AI and everything. In real life, you are driving on, I don't know.
నాకేమో మనం స్టార్ట్ చేయలేదు అన్నట్టు ఇక్కడ షూట్లో ఉన్నాం వస్తానండి
next quarter we go advanced further. So all the computation tasks and what is required and what are the things and also for that only sir SNL spiking neuromorphic computing it came into existence. It's the new technology in the AI also sir. So many research is going on and we are working on that as a part of our
think about ethical decisions. Yes, if my vehicle is going, if some 10 old people are crossing the road, or one child is crossing the road, so how do you make will you kill those 10 people, or will you kill this one baby? How will you make the
Everything you are trying the model for multiple conditions. It can be environment, it can be road conditions.
The models cannot be taught ethics. That's the biggest problem.
Yes, you are right.
there is a limitation.
Read a little bit about ethics also. That is the biggest obstacle in applying AI.
Yes sir.
Even heavy commercial vehicles, nighttime drivers may sleep.
Yes.
Hi sir, this is Anish from the Current Innovations Private Limited. So
This is startup. Our college startup.
we are into aquafarming, sir, especially industry. Basically in aquaculture, quality assessment and grading are considered to be the crucial factors which are done manually by engaging 20 members in its staff. This has been continued from past 2 to 3 decades as it is a manual process. As it is a manual process, the accuracy is very less and human intervention is very high. So the losses in the business are really high. So we have designed the product in such a way that to automate this particular restricted part of the process where the quality intervention, the quality assessment and grading. So we are incubated at these institutes, sir. We are attaining 85% to 90% accuracy and now we are designed with the we are entering the market within 8 to 9 months.
Everything is automated.
Everything is automated.
For any human intervention.
Yes, sir. And especially this process, this quality assessment and grading. This process has been automated. Like there are multiple computers who are focusing on this part, but
what will happen to the people who work in this?
Sir, this
where will they go?
Sir, there are multiple other processes where these automation can't be implemented, like deheading or shell removal. These are being tried by multiple MNCs, but definitely fail. There is huge loss when we are going into the part of automation. So we shift this particular part there. This process, the time consumingness will be definitely reduced, and the accuracy will be high.
But as engineer, have you thought about?
Yes, sir. Yes, I definitely. Yes, sir.
Those people.
Yes, sir. I definitely.
Yes,
sir.
because of your automated.
Yes, sir. We thought about that particular thing and we have moved that particular work to the next stage. Like, just spread these teams of those who are doing it manually to different ways rather than focusing on one single thing.
ఫోన్ తీయాలి
Which is not required. It is latest technology. People can directly and then another solution is customers can communicate with
It's all right. But
through this one only we can visualize this concept.
it's like games. We can move on everything. With this one, you can.
That room we can move physically. Virtually we can see. So it is very then you can finish.
Okay. Now, for photo I will be able. Yeah, you can take a photograph. So you have any plans to expand this beyond real estate?
Yes, sir. I'm also looking into mutual fund.
In education, is there a possibility?
Education also
They given us sir, DTBU of department and mental campus. So for admissions, the student they need to complete campus. Directly advising they can see the other each and every school of so already that is being
They can virtually view the labs also?
Yes, sir, everything.
Inside lab?
Yes, sir, inside also.
and all the equipment I want to so this equipment cost itself is 70,000.
So one challenge of course is the cost. These devices are very important. I think that is where we need to work as a country.
Some open source software service. Once we have this, we use the open source software.
Developing real hardware. That is where I think we need to strengthen ourselves.
So yeah, last year automation. We started startup in second year.
Facing many challenges regarding the farming field that is a bit of so what is the major issue behind the disappearance of soil? We have seen that not having the certain amount of pH, rain and soil moisture. So by integrating both the things, we predict the values to the citizens. And also using the cloud to predict the values. Also
Soil monitoring system.
So what is the typical moisture that is required in the soil, healthy soil?
6 to 7 For the pH value, healthy rate is 6 to 7.5. So for moisture, above 50%.
Above 50%. What is the moisture? So what is your plan? You want to extend this project beyond what you have done so far?
By using deep learning, we have to extend this project for predicting the soil quality.
Then you are measuring the soil.
Sir, also we can predict the levels can present or not present by estimating the soil pH values or using the pH values. But the extent is suitable for the soil values.
Please explain.
Good morning, sir. My name is Kavita. Here are my teammates, Kumar and Shruti. We are from the Department of Information Technology. This project is funded by SSC to observe the impact assessment of SDG goals. The main motive of the project is to detect the changes occurred in the environment using certain indicators like the changes occurred in soil, water, and vegetation. Here is this is the interface of our project. Here we can see the calculation of indices and change detection. For selecting data, we use it for 3 types of indices: MDVA, MDW, and NSMI. Here we need to select the chunks. For red, we choose the brand. And for environment, we use the band type. Here we can download the results. The results are going to see in GIS.
airport is Kanikiri Mandalam airport. So total 4 watershed and after watershed. What is the change that happened with respect to LDA agriculture and we are mapping with the SDC goals. So that is the project what from the analysis.
We have calculated the census in the same way in Google Earth and operator, and we have compared our two data and the Google Earth data. We have correlated both of them. The results are very similar. We can say that our tool has performed very well compared to Google Earth. And there is a disadvantage in Google Earth that where we will not be able to use Indian satellite data. But in our tool, we can view any satellite data as input just with bands. We can calculate all these indices, and then with the help of these indices, we can form a chain map. From this chain map, we have applied an RF classifier. With this classifier, we have performed on Kanikiri data set, and from 2017 year to 2021 year, we have checked how much water body area is present, how much vegetation is present, and also we have calculated soil moisture index from on Kanikiri area.
So this is open source data. Open source anywhere, any area.
And further we can integrate this website with our own portal. It's already in the process.
So who are the potential users for this?
Academicians and research persons.
Sir, this is for Manrega activities.
Manrega activity, వాళ్ళకి ఇంగ్లీష్ అది వస్తుందా?
No, sir, that is in NLP. By using NLP also, we can show this result in any regional activities. Initially, we are working in English. Later, we can go for the regional activities. Yes, sure, sir.
It should come in Telugu if it has to be used.
Telugu, English, language, Hindi.
Okay.
Sir, just like reading. We have glance, sir. That's
Just to sir. Construction of concrete was layer by layer through mixed design. Only construction of concrete was layer by layer through mixed design. Just the models.
Amali.
But the entire house can be potentially single use. Variation design by using AutoCAD and it will be imported to the black sheet. But the context one and the because 3D printing is very system established. You have a 3D printing machine and then you do all these designs. What have you done something innovative there? Actually, sir, the main concern is also
by using this what we can take the attendance using face recognition. And also in colleges we can see that many faculty are age above 40. It's very important for us to have regular health monitoring checkup. So we also integrated a health monitoring checkup in this, so that here by using temperature we can measure the temperature of our body, and later on we also
You can develop that, it will be very good for many people. You simply hold two electrodes, it will pass the current through you, and then it tells you what is the fat percentage. But
commercializing, we want to bring this into this.
Good. You have a long way to go, but it's a good idea.
And also we got some of the works in Vikas, this is Vikas 24, and this is at Delhi. At the staff.
Okay, all the best.
To detect the sound coming from the receiver and show the so they can do by using data. So this is a final count and we have pre-intimation count. So the pre-intimation count will be detected so the user can
What is the process of WhatsApp? Why are you making cooking so difficult for me? I need only the pressure. Why do I need this?
so it is in a format. It is in a format device. So the device will be clearly device will get attached to the sensor to detect.
So when you are cooking, when you put a cooker on the stove, will you go somewhere else?
So definitely in both other ones. So most of the Egypt project will automatically the stove may be switched
There are different parameters in drawn agriculture where activeness, size, pH value. We took activeness as a main parameter. Traditional farmers go to their farms and do this process. They just keep the food on the chip tray and they will dip into the water. They will drag out. Then showing exponential counts is the amount of the trace. That shows its activeness. Based on the activeness, the farmers change the food diet of the crops. So we made this whole process automated. And at a particular time, morning and change everything. This whole process continues and recorded 5 seconds of video, but you can write it in real What is it?
అటు నుంచి
But why do you keep the battery operated cycle? Why not just good for our body also. Physical effort. Physical effort. No, I want physical effort. See, every day, throughout the day, if you put less and less physical effort, will become better and if you cycle also, it will not happen. It is good for you. So why do you want to promote battery-based cycling? You have to justify, you are developing the product. You have to learn that also, how to promote your own product. Because your competitor will come and say, no, it's useless. So, those who have knee problems cannot pedal. But of course, we are learning something, integrating all these things. You are learning the technology. For those people, you and me should not be using a car, bike, we should run, walk, cycle. We should be more physically active, right? Good.
PLC based automated smart welding.
How does it work?
Hot welding for this lithium ion battery. So as the world is moving towards EV sector, we have developed this machine. So this is fully customized according to the requirement. You can build different kind of batteries. So and it is very effective. Also human interaction is very less than. So if you want different kind of battery, also we can customize.
So what is the throughput of your machine? So how many batteries can it weld in a given hour? So what is limiting you in putting more batteries there? This. Can you increase the throughput?
Yes, sir. We can.
Can you weld more batteries?
Yes, sir. We can weld more batteries. This is for small scale applications. Big vehicles and if you want for bigger like cars, so for that
no, I'm not saying about the size. The number of batteries that you can weld per hour. Can you increase that?
Yes, sir.
That is what is throughput.
Yes, sir. So we can increase.
So for that you need to increase the speed.
Yes, sir.
Continuous building can be done.
What is the accuracy of this machine? How accurate is it if there is misplaced?
Yes, sir. Actually, it is in the home position, sir. It's the home position.
The wise also.
Yes, sir. This will open 3 axis, X and Y and Z axis. For Z axis, we are having pneumatic axis. So, but as we observation, it is very precise. Like we used this stepper motor for precise control. So,
For precise, we are just introducing the
encoders also.
implemented by using the
Just to calculate the distance between two wells, we can do it in 2 ways. One is based on time and one is based on the computationality in all the 3 axes.
Force, you process attacking on the fields. Rain is coming. So rain is coming, the immediately tracking approach. By this one, we can protect the field during the heavy rains. Air gases are coming, sir. That's the first advantage. And another thing, if it is continuously falling 20 days at the crop damage, at the time we are enhancing this product, creating an artificial environment inside it to protect the field. So by that, farmer can pay the more money because
of regulations are there, how you can introduce this product, what approvals are required. Think about that also. Next.
Here another advantage related to the railways, sir. So many actions will be done, sir, during this one. So because railways are implemented one prototype, sir. Here the flip is, if the train is nearer to the platform, then immediately the flip will be open. So then immediately the passengers will be easily moving. So if the train entrance is here, sir, but some people are by running their hatch at that one, they are falling the distance between us. So if flip top is there, then immediately it will protect that one. So that is the major advantage by implementing this process in railways. And this is also we are enhancing in more accurate patterns, how we are getting, how we are protecting.
It's a good idea. And there is a need for this.
Yes, yes.
So this is our project Sentient Dog, sir. It is a quadrant robot designed for AI-driven movements in customization. Sir, there are very different of applications in the military, operations, but this project we can deploy any number of AI models. Just we can write the code in user configuration. We use the component in our board, which is a if we want to write any new application, just we have to deploy any AI model. We can just add another file in the notebook, deploy the model, and we can.
Any new condition it can learn, sir.
Yes, sir. So your contribution is more about writing the
yes, sir. As there is a more significant development in AI machine learning models, we are trying to integrate AI in this.
Rather than normal mechanical and electrical movement, we are integrating. The board is inside this, sir. Based on the program, only the movement will be defined.
But you see, nowadays most of the code can be written by AI machines. So what is your? This code can be generated using ChatGPT. So what will be your work in the
Training the data is the key, sir. When the code is there, that data we should have training. If you want during the class, we have to train hundreds of photos of your this one and then deploy it in there. Then it will evaluate your age. Beyond what is normal. People like us, we think that if we got to go beyond this, but you can that's something innovative. So we try to implement new advanced which are not currently
a future of knowledge, self-reliance and global leadership. As we march towards Vision 2047, the centenary of our independence, we must ask ourselves, are we equipping our students with the skills to compete with the world? Are we using technology to reach the last mile, ensuring that no student in Bharat is left behind? Are we truly building an Atmanirbhar Bharat where education empowers every citizen, young and old? Sir, education is not merely about degree. It is about capability, adaptability, and responsibility. Our universities must not only teach what the world needs today, but also prepare students for what the world will demand tomorrow. They are living in the age of artificial intelligence, quantum computing, biotechnology, and robotics. The countries that master these fields will lead the world. But let us ask, where does Bharat stand in this race? Technology is not just for a privileged few, it must be the greatest equalizer in education. It must ensure that a student in a remote tribal village has the same access to knowledge as one in a metropolitan city. Digital universities and AI-powered learning platforms break down barriers of language, location and resources. Virtual reality and augmented reality make laboratories accessible from every home, from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. So Bharat has the intellectual power to lead, but we must make knowledge accessible, inclusive and future ready. Continuous learning must be incentivized. Companies, industries and the government must work together to ensure that a workforce of Bharat is always future ready. I propose a national reskilling mission, a program where every citizen, regardless of age, can continuously learn, adapt and lead. Respected Chairman Sir, Bharat must not only compete with the world but lead it. By 2047, our university should be among the top institutions globally. How will we achieve this? Make Indian universities centers of global learning. Let students from across the world seek knowledge in Bharat. Create world-class research ecosystems. Let AI, space technology and healthcare innovations emerge from our institutions. Establish Bharat World Knowledge Partnerships. Collaborate with the best universities worldwide to bring the world's expertise to our students. A healthy and progressive India is not just about physical health, but about the intellectual and emotional well-being of our citizens. Empowering the weaker sections, education for all, a strong Bharat is one where every citizen has the power of knowledge, irrespective of economic background, gender or geography. Let us build scholarship-based digital programs for students in economically weaker sections. Let us ensure hills, deserts and rural villages have internet-driven education models. Let us enable regional language learning platforms so that education is not limited by English proficiency. Sir, true Atma-Nirbhar Bharat can only be built when education reaches every doorstep, every child, every aspiring mind. Reskilling, education beyond graduation. Graduation must not be an endpoint. The world is evolving at an unprecedented pace. What we learn today may become outdated tomorrow. The reskilling should not be an option, it must be a national priority. AI-driven career upskilling programs must be created for graduates, professionals and even senior citizens. Sir, I urge you to make this commitment. 1. Bridge the digital divide. No student in Bharat should suffer due to lack of access. 2. Make reskilling mandatory. A degree alone is not enough. Learning must be lifelong. 3. Lead Bharat to global academic excellence. Make our institutions centers of innovation, entrepreneurship and progress. This is our time. This is Bharat's moment. Let us work together to ensure that by Vision 2047, India is not just self-reliant in education but a beacon of knowledge for the entire world. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Madam, explain it. Okay.
Only we have clear face. So by giving it to so it created the body as the after that we took audio clips of representative. After clearing them from noise and everything, we gave it to another representative. So it created in syncing and we give the speech to the another program. It will deliver it in the tone of
We made a scenery here. That is also but this is appropriate. How much time it took for you to use?
Actually, to create the body it will take around 30 minutes. But to create the voice and everything it will take around 1.5 hours to give the audio. Sir, we have to give the range of audio between 1 hour to 1.5 hours to get the clarity. And it will take around another 1 hour to give the audio.
So you are working on further improving the voice.
Yes, sir.